My camera is like nowhere near my height. I'm stacking books right now to get it to my height. Oh, I hate this series. I'm not gonna out this series, but it sucks. What if I just filmed the whole video like this? So today, guys.
Konnichiwa, watashi no name wa Nikuri desu. If you speak Japanese, please let me know how I did. So, as you know, society is almost filled with video games. Oh my god! I didn't mess up on the dialogue, I just keep looking at the viewfinder instead of the actual camera, and I need to make eye contact with you guys. I gotta make you guys enjoy my presence. That sounded a bit off-putting. As you know, our society is filled with video games. Everyone loves them, and game development has reached its highest point more than ever. So today I will be recommending some games, as it's very difficult to find games, especially with specific genres that people like. I personally have never really enjoyed that many games that are quite popular because I find them quite mind-numbingly boring. Here are some of my recommendations. Up as number 1 is, if you enjoy rhythm games and lo-fi games, try out Melatonin. It is a relaxing game. The color palette, have you seen the color palette? It is adorable. It is more of a chilled out experience for if you just need to relax, and a lot of video games, a lot of the action genre video games don't give you that free spirit. So if you just need to relax and need a lo-fi game, then choose Melatonin. The ratings are really high and it's overall just a lovely game. I only brought it today and I'm already in love. Sorry, I need a bit of a drink, but look at this. Absolute bullshit. Who in their right mind buys canned water? I'm not even kidding, this canned water. Canned! What use does this have? Basically just carrying around a cup of water. Just get a cup. Get a plastic cup. What the f? In this day and age, we're paying for canned water. What's gonna be next? Huh? Does anyone remember that meme of, I cut my finger on my mom's wing. I hope I can still dance. Does anyone remember? I feel like that's quite an old meme. The graphics are really nice and the overall art style is really relaxing. I personally would rate this a 4 out of 5 stars, as I believe there could have been a bit more of a storyline, but I still overall enjoyed it. Another game I'd highly recommend, Sticky Business. Sticky Business, single player offline game where you create a sticker business. You just create stickers and you make your own business, I guess. It is quite a relaxed game. You can play it in one go. It's not a game that you can continuously play day in and day out, but it is quite a relaxing game for when you just want to enjoy your evening. It's very limited as to currently, but I'd love to see what the game developers come up with next, and overall I enjoyed playing it. I just wish there was a little bit more of the game. Maybe the creator added a lot more gameplay to it, because I only found myself playing for about 8 hours and then reached a limit where there wasn't much more I could do. But overall, if you just need a relaxing evening with a cup of coffee and just playing a game, this is just a great relaxer. Okay, let's try and step away from the lo-fi relaxing games, although it is what I love. I have quite a stressful life. This is the things I need. Another game you can consider lo-fi, sandbox single player game, and this is actually a childhood game of mine. I played this when I was a kid and I still love it to this day, and this is Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher 1 is a sandbox game where there is the main character Beatrix, and she goes along missions and finds different things to go around the map. It's a farming game, and I deeply enjoyed this growing up because there's so many little secrets you can find out throughout the game that you never even knew existed. And it's just overall fun. There's a large fandom account towards this, so if you ever struggle with anything, you can just look on that. And I'd recommend Slime Rancher 1. I'm aware that there is Slime Rancher 2, but it is a game preview, so it is not fully completed, and I honestly didn't enjoy it as much as the first one. But that is what is expected of a preview. It is not fully developed yet, and the first one is really, really fun, so please go check that out. I think even in the first one, I completed it to the very end, and it took me hours. Hang on, I'm going to put it right here, how many hours I have on this game. And here's how many hours I spent in my childhood account. Way too many! But if you enjoy a sandbox game and just kind of want something fun to do, I'd say it's quite an adventurous game. There's a storyline that comes with it, but if you don't like story type games, you don't actually have to follow the storyline. You can just ignore the story and you don't have to skip anything, because if you want the storyline, you have to specifically click on the storyline, which I find really fascinating, because sometimes I can play and find myself a bit bored with the story, so I choose to just ignore it, but then I can always go back to it and find out little secrets when I'm feeling like it. Another game for my horror fans, which is quite pricey, but it's so worth it, is my favourite game, Fatal Frame 3, Crimson Butterfly. So Fatal Frame is a series of Japanese horror games, and I really enjoyed the storyline. There is a main character who has to get rid of evil spirits by taking photos on a camera. If you can't afford the game, there is many gameplays of people playing it, because it is quite expensive as it originated in Japan. But it is still an amazing game. The first game came out a while ago, but ever since then they have 5 different games now. It is honestly lovely if you enjoy horror and kind of want to get into these little knickknacks. Sometimes there's like creepypastas there and like old folk tales that like resonate with like what I saw in my childhood, and I personally really enjoy this, as the horror aspect isn't dependent on the jump scares. It is dependent on the eeriness of the situation and the storyline. So if you enjoy horror story games, then please check this out. I'm gonna drink my canned water. The final game I will recommend is a co-op game, as I haven't mentioned a co-op game yet. So this co-op game is called Unsolved Case. It is quite a short game, but there are many different game series including this one, so you can go check out others if you enjoy the first. The first one is actually free and I really enjoyed it. It is a puzzle solving game that you can play multiplayer with your friends, and I played this around a year ago with my friend and it was insanely funny. Neither of us knew what was going on and I heavily enjoyed this. So if you're looking for a co-op game where you can just laugh with your friends, then do Unsolved Case, because the puzzles are difficult enough for you to have to play, but easy enough for you to be able to understand what to do. If I could go back to the time and play this game again, I definitely would, because I enjoyed this game so much. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please hit subscribe and like and comment your favourite video games so that I can see what you guys recommend. Thank you for watching. Sayonara! Please, if you have any comments on my Japanese,